very good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining this webinar session, which is focused on the MS Business Analytics program at DePaul University. Today we have two panelists. One is Dr. Sina Ansari. He is assistant professor and co-director of the MS Business Analytics program at Dry House College of Business at DePaul University. Along with him, we also have Taylor. She is our main POC in terms of admission, and at DePaul, she's the assistant director of online and special programs. We're so grateful for you today, and I hope this is an insightful session where people get a very good understanding of how their lives will look and how their journey will look at DePaul.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks everyone for attending today. So our plan for today's session, Dr. Ansari is going to give you an overview of our Masters of Science in Business Analytics. We do have current students who are in the program that were Futurense students that are going to speak to you a little bit about their experience so far. And then we'll just wrap up talking a little bit about next steps in the application process. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Dr. Ansari.
Great. Hello, everybody. Good evening to you guys who are in India. Thank you for Futurense Technologies for organizing this, Taylor for inviting me. It's certainly a great pleasure to be here. And for those of you who are seeing this recording, I hope that you enjoy as well watching us offline. Hopefully we have an interactive session with lots of questions from you guys. I think that Futurense and Taylor planned very interesting activities for you so that you can get the best out of this session. And I'm hoping to give you some sort of an idea about the business analytics as a term and as a context, and its job market in United States, and also MSBA program specifically at DePaul. Hopefully, this gives you enough information to be informed and make right decisions. So that's a plan that I have. I don't know if everybody has access to the chat, but if you wish, you can just tell us where are you calling from, where in India you're calling from or joining in, and maybe your alma mater, your school that you are coming in from. You can just type in chat. If you're not driving, I realize that some of you might going back home at this time. So if you're driving, don't do that. It's not safe. But if not, tell us where are you joining from, where in India. And while you're doing that, we can get things started. Let's see, we have a couple of attendees, so we can probably see some of brave ones tell us where are they calling from.
I'll just check if the chats are open to the attendees.
Okay, good. So if you can write down, I keep on going, but if you can write down, we can just know more about you, and it's fun to do that and try to use the chat to communicate with us. So as Taylor kindly introduced, I'm Sina Ansari. I'm assistant professor of management at DePaul, been with DePaul since 2020. And alongside my colleague, Dr. Ali Bakil, I'm co-directing the Master of Business Analytics program. I'm teaching courses in business analytics and decision-making. And from the research perspective, I'm interested in healthcare operations, application of analytics, and operation tools in the area of healthcare and service in general. And I'm so happy to be here and tell you a little bit about business analytics and how I perceive it, and also the program. So let me start with what might be interesting to you, and it's certainly something that I always start my classes, my fundamental classes, when it comes to business analytics, and that is, what is business analytics? We have seen all of this jargons, data analytics, data science, AI, big data, all of that interesting names. And I just wanted to at least share with you what I see or what I can think of when it comes to business analytics and how it's different than the larger area called data science. So business analytics is basically, in my point of view, is using quantitative method to uncover the information in big data or sometimes small data, and act on this information to gain competitive advantage. So there are some keywords in that definition. One is quantitative. So this is a quantitative field. This is a technical field. If you have technical background, that's great. If not, as part of any sort of business analytics program, you need to become familiar with that quantitative methods. There's also this important term that we are highlighting here, information. So it's not just like data. We wanted to get insight. We're going to get some level of information from that data. And the last piece is gaining competitive advantage. So it's not enough to get some insight or extract some knowledge. You have to act upon it, use it to gain competitive advantage for profit organization, or to make better decisions for your institution. And when it comes to this two terms of business analytics and data science, this picture tries to tell you what I think it's different. So there certainly have so much overlap. But what makes business analytics different from data science is the business domain knowledge that is needed to be added in addition to the technical tools, technology, software, other things that is needed, math and statistics, that is the core science behind all of these fields. And what makes it different is the business domain knowledge. And I think when business domain knowledge combined with that technology and math, you are able to make that effective decision making and solve problems. As opposed to data science, which their goal mostly is replicating human intelligence, which is what business analysts might also do. But the focus that we have in business analytics, and that business term is kind of like distinguishing business analytics from data science, is that business domain knowledge and how the knowledge of the business would be used to make decisions. So if you are working for a real estate company as an analyst, you need to know the business behind real estate, how the processes works, what are the terms. And if you're given a data as a business analyst, you will be able to use that knowledge that you know about the field to make better decisions or offer better decisions to the decision makers. So it's the business domain knowledge is that the important. And this can be in healthcare, in retail, in any other fields that you can, sports, and so on. So this is how I would see that different, and that's why this program is offered in business schools, because it's necessary to equip you with business knowledge as well as those technical terms. In layman term, in common terminology, and among public, these terms have been used interchangeably. So you might hear data science, data scientist, business analyst interchangeably, and I will show you some statistics later on, which they talk about data scientists, but they probably, or data analysts, and they mean business analysts as well. So just keep that in mind. So now that we are a little bit clear about what I mean and what we mean with business analysts, let me give you some, as a business analyst, some information about business analytics, job market, and how things are working out in the United States specifically, to maybe help you make better decisions for your studies. So I can refer back to this pretty much old article when it comes to data science and data business analytics, and I can still say that this is relevant even more. So this is dated back in 2012, and data science and business analytics have been one of the sexiest, most common appealing jobs of 21st century. And if you don't believe this article, which if you can find it, it would be nice to read it. Here is some statistics, the most recent statistics from the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, where they talking about the top 10 fast growing occupations in the United States, and I think around the world. And data scientists / business analysts are among those 10, and located here at the third part, with a little bit more than 30%, 35% growth, expected growth, which again gives us some idea that this is a growing field and still requires some smart minds like you to join and learn about those techniques to be able to serve their community. So when you become a business analyst or you become a data scientist, you might ask yourself what kind of careers I might be involved with. And this is another thing that I usually say in my class, and I wanted to also clarify this before we get into some other data to be shared. So as a business analyst, if you graduate from a program, right, Master of Business Analytics in DePaul, you can usually fit into two different type of categories. You could get a job that is a business role, but it's supplemented by analytics. And there are a lot of jobs like this in finance, in healthcare, in sports, retail, tech, so on. You can be a supply chain analyst. You can be a sports analyst. Or analysts in healthcare, and so on. So your job is a business role, but you are using analytics to improve your decision making. Or you can get a role that analytics is its focus. Some common job titles in that category would be business analyst, business intelligence officer, or analyst manager, data scientist, data analyst, data manager. So all of these jobs are usually located within a data team that is common mostly in bigger companies that they have their own analytics team. So as a business analyst graduate, you can fit into either of these job categories based on your interest. And that gives you a huge say. If you are a data scientist, most probably you might not be a good fit for business roles. So that's why your job would be a little bit limited. So again, to give you some context when it comes to business analytics. Let me also tell you a little bit more about the trends in the hiring and salaries and job market, which might be something interesting to know before jumping into a field that you might not be 100% familiar. The first thing that I wanted to say is that when it comes to industries hiring master students specifically, there is a huge shift that has been started a couple of years ago, going from traditional MBAs to more quantitative, newer master programs. So the fact that you're here and you're hearing about Master of Business Analytics program, it's very relevant to you because you are just making the right choice based on this transition. The job market and companies are more in favor of more specialized masters as opposed to more general MBAs. General MBAs still are valid and exciting to some industries and relevant in some jobs, but there's a shift that you can see in the market. So, and this has been going on. Also, this is coming from the most recent survey by Birchwork, a recruiting company out in Chicago, that they survey business analysts, data scientists, AI professionals, and share their data. And they were looking at what kind of skills and expertise companies are prioritizing in their new hires, specifically for technical analytical jobs. And you can see that 82% are looking for technical skills. So that's another trend that is happening. So they want you to be more technical. It's important to have soft skills. It's important to have communication skills and so on. Or have industry-specific knowledge, but it's much more important to have technical background. So keep that in mind, and this is what we are seeing, and we are designing our program based on. And a little bit about the hiring trend in last year's quartile 3 and 4. The good news is that almost more than 94% of the companies or data science teams and leaders in that area still planning to grow their data teams or keep their hiring plans as it is, which is, again, another good news about the market for this data science, which is matching what the US Bureau of Labor Statistics providing. So I'm not sure if these are kind of like small and might not be readable, but 47% of leader plans to grow their data teams, and 47 plan to hold steady in their hiring program. Again, total of 94% is expecting to grow their team when it comes to data science and business analysis. Again, another good news for those who wanted to be in this field. Let me also quickly share with you some other data points from that survey. This is about the mean salary, comparing 2023 and 2024. So this is kind of like the dictionary that they're using. They're thinking about individual contributors and managers in different levels, depend on their experience. So if you're individual contributor 1, your 0 to 3 years experience. If you're an individual carrier 2, your 4 to 8 years experience. You as a graduate of an MSBA program, for example, would be either in this category or this category. They're also looking at the managers, so that's also might be relevant. And if you look at the salary range on average in the nation, in the United States, you can see that when it comes to at least individual contributor, both for AI professionals and data science, things are pretty much steady. And actually, there's a growth in the salary in year 2024, which again, indication of how important this field is, and where you are is actually a right place, at least based on my understanding. This is also across different industries for individual contributor 2. So if you, this is the mean base salary, and you can pretty much see that the range is pretty stable. Kind of obviously in the tech and telecom, you expect higher salary. In advertising and marketing, it was a little bit lower. But no matter what field you want it to be, there's an interesting level of salary for you as a graduate of data science, or even or business analyst program, or working in the area of data science, and the same for the AI professional. This is kind of like a geographical base information. So you can also see, again, this is for individual contributor 2. This is the mean salary, and the left picture is for data science roles, and the right one is AI professionals. And you can see that it's not come to a surprise that in the coast of United States, in East Coast and West Coast, the salary is higher, and the reason is because the living expenses is higher. And here in the middle, we have Illinois, which again, the salary basis is comparably high, and we are among the comparably high salary regions. And the cost of living is much basically smaller compared to the coasts. The other thing I wanted to share is they looked at the graduate or degree level of those who graduated and are working as a data science professional and AI professional, and you can see very much clearly that most of them are master's students. So that gives me two information. One is you need to get a master to be hired in that position, and also with a master degree, you are well qualified to be in data science roles. If you want to be more in the AI professional roles, which might require a little bit more knowledge in the field, you might want to pursue your PhD or higher degrees if needed. And the last thing I want to share is the area of those people who reported their background when they started working in the data science professional. And just looking at that, you can see that the areas are pretty diverse. So we have people with a background in business, computer science, economics, engineering, math, even natural sciences and social sciences. So that gives me this idea and this information that no matter what your background is, you can be successful and become a data scientist. And the other thing that I can see is that when it comes to data science professional, there's a huge number of people with business backgrounds. So again, saying that the market wants people with business domain knowledge to be able to make effective decisions. So these are all information that might be relevant and helpful when it comes to making that decision. And in our program, in MSBA program, we make sure that no matter what backgrounds you're coming from, we provide you with necessary tools or help to catch up and be a good data scientist or business analyst. So that gives you another chance. Okay, so that was my overview of the trending markets and trends in markets and business analytics. Let me give you some idea about the program, what we are offering and what do we have in here, so that we can have more, if needed, conversation about what we are offering. So in the business analytics master program at DePaul, as I kind of mentioned, we want you to become a data-driven decision maker. And the fact that we are focused and located in the heart of Chicago helps you not only to just be involved in the Chicago area and use the privilege of a big city, but also the proximity to many companies makes it possible for us to collaborate with them. They come to our classes as guest speakers. They help us, we help them to just solve their problems. They come with some projects, real projects that is incorporated into our program and our classes. And that's a privilege that you might be having as part of our community. And this can be, we've been working with many companies around Chicago, but some of them are mentioned here. The other thing that you can see is that when it comes to the Business Analytics Master Program, both in 2024 and 2025, we were ranked as 8th best master program in United States by Intelligent, which is something that we are proud of, and that indicates the importance of whatever all the team at DePaul is doing to make sure that we are providing the best services. When it comes to analytics, this is how we look at your experience in our program. We have core courses that design based on these 3 levels of analytics. You will be taking courses in descriptive analytics area, courses like MGT 586 or MGT 588 help you with data gathering, visualization techniques, so you will be equipped with those tools. If you want to develop a dashboard, you will learn in our data visualization course. You build upon that analytics level and learn about predictive tools in courses like MGT 585 and Econ 520. Which helps you use that data for prediction and forecasting the future. And on the top of all of those, we provide you with tools and experience with courses in the area of prescriptive analytics, where you use that forecast and data to prescribe something, to find the best course of action, to make a decision. And the courses like 506, 587, and 598 are among those that helps you with that process. And we finish up with a capstone project, which is involving you into a real project. The company is involved, and you practice all of that tools in a real project and present it to that company, which is something that it's a valuable experience. Also, it's a way for you to combine whatever you learn and put it in action. You can find the course list and core courses list online. There are 9 core courses. And you can just learn about how things work out. And once you join, we will give you more information. But what I'm trying to just say here, that all of the core courses pretty much offered every single quarter. Some of them even offered in summer. And for those of you who might not know, we are on quarter system. So we have 10-week terms. We have 3 quarters, autumn, winter, spring. And all of these courses are offered. We have an option of in-person, online, and this gives you flexibility to take them as you wish. We also have 3 electives for you that you can take based on your interest in career path, and this can be in a very diverse area. So you can have the business specialization in computer science or data science, or in supply chain, or in healthcare, or in marketing. So those courses were also available through other departments that we have. One thing I want to emphasize is that when it comes to positioning our program, especially as compared to the programs that are around Chicago, this is where we want it to be, and we've tried our best to be. When it comes to business specialization and technicalities, we want it to be a technical program, which we've been pretty much technical so far. And we wanted to offer different specialization for you. And that is possible because of great programs that are being offered in addition to this program, that you can take courses, as I just said, for your career path. Let me also quickly talk about the resources that are available. And I'm sorry, Taylor, if I take some of your time on that. So I will go over every one of them very quickly, but we are providing resources from career coaching to academic advising to any sort of way or technology for you to be successful in this program, as well as student organization that give you the opportunity to engage and experience and improve your social skills. So let me jump into some of those. We have a great career management center, which is overseeing the whole Kel-Stats graduate school. They have a fantastic platform that you can use for diverse services. There's a resume review software. They do have a very good internship and job market opportunities that are shared with you as a individually or also as a MSBA student, which is very valuable. They keep on updating those positions, so you have very much available job internship opportunities. They do have a fantastic career coach. You can set up a time with them and learn more about what they provide, and they're having awesome events to improve your skills in interviewing, to basically have a very productive LinkedIn profile and so on. So if you want to learn more, you can scan this QR code and it gets you to their website, and you can see many important things that they're providing. It's very hugely important for us to be successful in the job market. We are not letting you go once you're done with your education. You're still part of the family. So we wanted to make sure that this continuation happens. So that's why I'm starting with this important area. We also have a dedicated academic advisor for our MSBA program, Dulce. She's amazing. She's always available. She's always on your side. And she's trying her best to help you with choosing the courses as the best that you can, and based on the availabilities, she's available to meet you in person, online, and it's a great asset for our school and our program. Once you join, there's a system we use. It's called Desire to Learn, and as part of it, we have a Desire to Learn website, which we call it MSBA Online Homeroom, which is a great resource for you to use for different purposes. There's a boot camp to start learning some softwares or review some business stats. There are ways for you to communicate with us, be informed about the news in the market and in the school or in the program that you will be part of in a centralized way. There is a tutoring program that is available to you if you need help with courses in our program. You can schedule appointments with our tutors, which are usually the second-year MSBA students, and just get some help with the homework. So you're not alone. You will be having some resources available to you to be successful. You have an option of meeting with us. There is a dedicated time every month that you can meet with me or Khadija. You can schedule a time, and we'd be happy to help you with your career goals, with your academic goals, and guide you or talk to you in any shape or form that you were wanted to. We also offering a certificate program in our school. Once you're done with your core analytical courses, certain courses, you can apply for this certificate, and we will provide you with a certificate of completion, which helps you as something you can put on your resume. Also, when you want to look for a job or internship, this is something that you can show everybody that you already completed these basics in analytics, so that it gives you a better chance to be successful in finding a job. As I said, we have a fantastic student organization called KelStat Business Analytics Organization. Once you join, you can be part of their team. They organize events. They have seminars, panels, all sort of events to engage students. You can be a part of the organizers. You can be part of those who join and attend those events. They have social events. They have so much fun events. So once you join, you probably learn more about them. And here are some pictures about their program. This was during pandemic, the graduation, some other events that we had, just for the sake of showcasing what we are having. And let me finish up with a couple of success stories that we have. I don't have time to talk about all of the students. Every one of them deserve an hour to talk about, but I don't have that time. And all of those students were in my classes, so I feel so close to them, and they were always gracious enough to come back and join our classes as a guest speakers or show up in our events. Kelly Rao, he's right now a technology assistant, a technology consultant at Ernst & Young, one of the greatest financial companies. He was from a class of 2022. I remember the first times he was in my class and how active it was. Pollock, she's amazing. She's now at Amazon. She was class of 2021. More recently, Suruj joined also Amazon as a business analyst. He was a class of 2023. And Shri Jana is also a business analyst as GBCS Group. These are just some examples of students. We have more than 100 graduates every year and total of 400 students in our program. So it's not easy to handpick, but these were some of the examples of people ending up in different positions, some analytics positions, some business roles like consultant positions, some technology roles. So you can see that you can end up in any roles that you wish for. And I finish up with this also accomplishment by our team, student team, who won the national AI case competition, Suprito and Shafika 2023. There was a data for good case competition that they won, and I've been working with Suprito right now on different projects. So it's also a privilege to showcase their accomplishment. Okay, with that, I will stop talking. Sorry, I went a little bit over time. If you have any questions, please reach out. You can learn more about the MSBA program using this QR code right here. And I'm here to help with any questions. I know that we might be joined with some of the students who join us through Futurense to share their experiences. So that's exciting for all of us to hear, but happy to answer any question. And thank you again for inviting me.
Thanks so much, Dr. Ansari. We'll have some time at the end of today's session too, if you all have any additional questions. But we do have a couple current students here with us today. So give me just a moment here. I'm going to get my screen pulled up and we'll hear from, all right. So we do have two current business analytics Masters of Science students here with us today, Abhishek and Himanshu. So for the next few minutes, I was just hoping that they could both answer a few questions about their student experience. So for the first question, how has joining DePaul University's Masters of Science in Business Analytics program helped you as a student? So Abhishek, I'll turn it over to you first.
Hi, hello everyone. So, although Professor Sina Ansari has already talked almost about everything that could be covered about the program, but I think there are a lot of perks of being in this program, but the best that I have found is the strong industry connections that DePaul has. If you are trying to apply at any company, any organization, I'm sure there is someone from DePaul working at it. Like you just go to the employee section on LinkedIn, and wherever I have tried to apply, it's so easy to talk to someone if they are from the same school that you are. You can just reach out to them and tell them about, hey, I'm student here, I'm in this program, and if you could give me some recommendations, some guidance. I think for me, that has been the biggest benefit of joining DePaul in general. And then for the MS Business Analytics part, you guys have no idea that how helpful the professors are. I mean, even the smallest thing that is completely unrelated to the course, and if you go up to them and be like, this is something that you're struggling with, they help a lot. So I think that has been my experience for the best part of the program.
That's great to hear. Thank you. Himanshu, what about you?
Yeah, hi everyone. So my name is Himanshu, and I am also currently in the fourth quarter of my master's in business analytics program at DePaul University. I came through Futurense only. Yeah, now coming back to the question, like how was joining DePaul's University's business analytics MS program benefited you as a student? So basically, what I liked here from the very first day, you can attend so many programs, like right from the resume building, updating your LinkedIn profile, how to sit on the interview. So everything from the first day, there are so many professors, there are so many workshops, there are so many programs you can attend. And there is a centralized portal like Campus Connect, where you can see all these things going on. And also there are certain mobile applications of all the events what is happening in the DePaul, that is D Hub. You can download it and you can get the notification of whatever events is happening and in which you want to go as per your requirements and stuff like that. And speaking of academics, it will definitely improve your data analysis skills, visualization skills, because the professors and all who is working over here, they are very industry experts. So you will be gaining hands-on experience through real-world projects and basically industry-focused coursework you will get over here. And also you can build a strong professional network through DePaul's connections, like as Mr. Professor Sina Ansari was telling about some alumni, you can also directly connect them and say that you are part of MS Business Analytics program, and they will definitely assist you with that. So this is what I felt like, and yeah, still like I'm in the fourth quarter. That's it from my end for this question.
Great.
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So kind of going off of that, first question, the next question that I had for you all was, what have you really enjoyed most about DePaul's Masters of Science in Business Analytics program? So Abhishek, I'll go back to you first.
Most of the times when you're working on a project, what you try to do is go on Kaggle or some source on the internet and try to get not exactly a real data. Those data points are made up, or there is some part of a real data set that has been taken and put on that platform that you can use to do the projects. But being part of DePaul, last quarter, I was doing a project and we could, through our professor, access the real data sets that were being used by the government or by the government in Chicago, things like that. And because of the professor's, because he had access, he could give us the access to that data set, which was millions of data points. And going from 500 data points to millions, it makes your task like 10 times more difficult, but also 10 times more fun. You get to play with it. You get to understand what problems you are going to face in the real world. It's not a 500 point or 1,000 point data set from Kaggle. That is something that I enjoyed the most so far, playing with that data.
Himanshu, what about you?
Yeah, as Abhishek said, the practical project-based learning approach, that was really helpful, and it is the most enjoyable thing. Apart from this, we are having so many networking opportunities through events and alumni connections. So that also I feel very enjoyable. Like you can, there are so many events. I guess every month there are certain events in which all the DePaul alumni comes, they share their work experience, and you come to know about industries and stuff like that. And also, the third point I would like to say that access to experienced faculties, like someone of you might be expert in like from the attendees. I hope so. Like all of them are not from the same background. They are from different backgrounds like healthcare, supply chain, marketing, manufacturing, and the domains like that. So you can choose the professors, and if you want to schedule an appointment, so there is a centralized system, you can just go and schedule an appointment, and you can have a discussions on like how to take your career ahead. So this is also a good part. I enjoyed a lot till now. That's it.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then the final question that we had for you all. So the students that are on the call today attending, they are in, a similar position that you both were in a while back. They're Futurense students. They're interested in the Masters of Science in Business Analytics. So now that you are a current student, is there any advice that you would share with our prospective international students who are interested in studying at the CalSTAT Graduate School of Business or at DePaul University as a whole? Abhishek, you can go first.
Honestly, the two best things that you can do while you are here at DePaul and KGSB, first, do not miss an opportunity to engage with someone, especially professors. When you're in the class, it would help you so much. Like, I mean, even if you are not very active in class, of course, the professors and the faculty and the staff are always helpful. But if you do engage with them and be a very active student in class, You will kind of build a rapport with the professors that can lead to better things or better networking opportunities. Because let's be honest, the professors are teaching this class every quarter, and there are going to be 50 students every quarter. Nobody's going to remember all of them. But if you are a very active participant, the professor might remember that one person or two people or three people from that class and be like, hey, I know you, you were in my class. That helps a lot. And apart from that, I would suggest to attend unrelated events. Like, just don't attend the events that are supposed to be networking events. Go to events that are supposed to be for, let's say, we have a campus in church ministry, um, or some other organization that is at DePaul. Because when you go to a networking event, everybody is there to network, and everybody knows what intention they have come at the event with. This is a really practical advice if you really want to become friends with people here, to know about the community here. Go to events that are not related to your course. That will get you to make friends here. Okay, thank you.
Great advice. Thank you. Himanshu, what about you?
Yeah, adding to Abhishek's point, I would like to say, like, be proactive in using the resources, whatever available in the DePaul. First, you have to decide, like, you want to gain some experience into the domain you are pursuing, or you are only looking for your career services. So that you have to decide and be proactive in using all the DePaul resources which is available. This is the first advice I would like to give. Apart from that, yeah, you can take an advantage of networking events, but yeah, if it suits you, or it should be very clear with your mindset, like how you want to use the networking events. Events, you all must be aware of, like, there are certain companies would be coming, or there are certain workshops would be going on. So you should be very specific in choosing those events. But yeah, there are lots of events going on almost daily, so there is an app, you can just see the details of the events. If you like it, you can go and do networking and do stuff like that. And yeah, the third advice is, like, adapt the culture of US as soon as possible, because if you'll adapt it quickly, then only you'll be able to understand the US education system, which is going to give you an edge above, like, edge over the other students. So this is the third advice. That's it.
Yeah, I forgot to add something. Can I, Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Also, meanwhile, you're trying to explore all the resources that are available at DePaul. Also, remember that it is almost impossible that you will explore all of them, because there are just going to be so many things that DePaul offers to its students, that I don't think during your course curriculum in 1.5 years or 1 year, that you go through all of them. So yeah, and every time you are stuck or you find yourself in a situation where you need something, and it could be as simple as, I will give you an example. I'm in the debate team, and I needed a suit to wear to my tournament, which I didn't have here. So I just went to the career center and was like, hey, I don't have a suit. And they gave me a suit for the competition. And there are so many such other resources available at DePaul that you just can't explore all of them. It's just not possible. But if you're stuck somewhere, go and ask someone. There has to be something that might help you. Okay. That's it from my side.
Definitely. Thank you. Yeah. And to go off of that too, always reaching out to us as staff, as faculty, will of course answer your question, or at the very least point you in the direction of the appropriate person who can help you, with whatever it is that you might need. So before we go into questions, I just wanted to share the application process and next steps if you do decide to move forward with us. So our application process is pretty straightforward. You'll just submit your application online. There's a couple different things that we ask for when you apply. Right now, there is a $75 application fee. We also ask for a copy of your resume, a 1 to 2 page statement of purpose that really just highlights your goals and tells us a little bit about why you're pursuing this degree at DePaul University. And then we also require a course by course transcript evaluation. And what that evaluation does is it'll equate your degree to a US degree and GPA scale. So you have a couple options when it comes to the evaluation. Most of the Futurense students are opting into DePaul's exclusive transcript evaluation service. So essentially, when you apply, you would include university authenticated semester-wise transcripts. And then our DePaul transcript evaluation team is able to issue that evaluation on your behalf. It is a complimentary evaluation, so you wouldn't need to pay an additional charge for our transcript evaluation. But we also accept course-by-course transcript evaluations from either WES, ECE, One Earth, or educational perspectives. At this time, English language proficiency scores are not required for our Futurense students, so you don't need to worry about that piece. But we also accept letters of recommendation as well. So once you submit your application and we have all of your required materials, that's when we can start reviewing your application. From there, we try to get you an admission decision within about 10 business days, if not sooner. So we really do try and get students that decision as soon as possible, so that they're able to start the next steps in, getting ready to start at DePaul University. So we do have a little bit of time for some questions. If you all have any questions for Dr. Ansari, our two current students, Abhishek and Himanshu, or myself with the admissions team, we'd be happy to help get those answered. So let me get the Q&A pulled up here. And let me see. Oh, Professor Ansari answered a few questions in there, so thank you. That was helpful. What else? Were there any other questions that you all were thinking about, curious about, that we can answer for you today?
I think there was a question about the OPT and CPT benefits, which I think the answer is yes, but I thought maybe, Taylor, you might know better. So the question is asking whether students can benefit the STEM program benefits like OPT and CPT authorization after graduation, I guess. You might know better, but I guess the answer is yes.
Yeah, I could speak to that a little bit. So yes, it is one of our STEM designated programs. So whether you were with Futurense or not, you still get that same designated program, and you'd still be eligible for those same benefits. Good question.
I would like to jump in here. Since our counselors handle so many candidates, we get a few recurring questions. I think we can address that. One is that, are there any additional resources to help international students to adjust in US at DePaul?
Are you able to take that one, Dr. Ansari?
So from a general perspective, yes, we do have an international office that they do have some events that are specifically organized for international students. I know that they do have, we always receive that information for the events at the very beginning of the quarter, some sort of a meet and greet that they have with international students for the purpose of helping them finding their way and knowing the resources that are available. Some sort of an orientation event, and they do have specialized workshops when it comes to different things that they have. For example, Swati asked about OPT and CPT. They do have a workshop on OPT and CPT, how you can apply, when you should apply, how things working out. So international office is where they have that kind of information. So the International Student Services, ISS, that you can see on the screen. If you check their website, they might have more information for international students. And other than that, I think, there might be some events that is organized by a student organization or the MSBA program. It's not targeted to international students, it's for all the students, but it helps them with finding their way throughout their program. So that's another resource for international students.
Another question is if there are any opportunities for candidates to work within the university, either as research assistants with the professor or teaching assistantship opportunities, or even any other opportunities that they can seek while at the university?
So the short answer is yes. Taylor, if you wanted to add, I mean, just I quickly say that in our master program, as part of our department, we have a graduate assistantship program that MSBA students can apply, and they will be matched with faculty to work for them as a graduate assistant. There are also so many assistantships in different shape or forms throughout the school, throughout the business school specifically and university level that they can participate. Many of the faculties are working on projects, real projects that might need some students to help them as research assistants. I personally have many projects that I'm working on that is funded, and we might need to have someone as a research assistant. Obviously, we will give priority to our students in our program because they're equipped with the tools that is needed for those projects. And also, there are internship opportunities that is offered by our Coleman Center, is our entrepreneurship center, that they do have a summer program that they, I can just share the link for those who might want to know a little bit about it, but it's a summer program that they fund some students for 125 hours or something along that, sometime around that line. And they will pay for that, and they match them with the real company to work for them. There's also outside options that they might be able to use to go on an internship and so on and so forth, which is facilitated by our career office.
I'll just add too, there's we have a Office of Student Employment as well for the entire university. So there's also opportunities for students to work as a student employee. Usually our students are working about 20 hours a week during the academic year. They're able to work at one of the offices on campus. Our CalSTAT office is one of the offices that also hires student employees. So there's definitely opportunities to apply for different positions. Another reason to, start the application process to your program early, because once you get an admission decision to your program, that's when you can start applying for some of these other positions.
Yeah, one other quick thing is that there is an internal basically career website for any position that is available throughout the school, DePaul Connect, that as a student of DePaul, you will have access to it, and you can search for any scholarship, Scholar Connect, something like that. So that they can look for scholarships, paid positions, if they need some financial assistance other than what they receive from the admission office.
Question from Futurense side for Abhishek and Himanshu, if I may. One is how has it been a smooth road getting to the US through Futurense? So any one of you can answer.
Yes, I would like to take that. Yes, the process was very smooth. Futurense guys, they help us preparing for the visa interviews and help us finding the courses for the first quarter. Because initially, what happens is when the international student comes over here, they face difficulty in finding which subject to take, and lots of students take wrong subjects, and later on they come to know that this is the thing we are doing, we are not in the right direction. But Futurense, they help us taking the best two subjects in the first quarter, and in first quarter when we reach here at DePaul, we come to know about so many other things, and then we are prepared for the another quarter what we have to what course we have to take in our this coursework. So the basic two things is they help in visa process work and taking the best subjects for the first quarter. And apart from this, Abhishek, if you would like to add something.
Yeah, I would just add that the best part is that you would have seniors that you will be in contact with, people like me or Himanshu or someone else, because it is so helpful to know that there's someone you can text, call, or through LinkedIn or some other platform because you will have a lot of questions, and you currently do not have friends here at DePaul. So, but you can contact us. I think that's a very big benefit when it comes to coming through Futurense.
Yeah, I'm so glad you put that point out because that was my next question. Like, for any new candidate, is there that one big advice that you'd like to give them, or is there anything that you would have done differently in your journey that you'd suggest them to incorporate?
Yeah, just go with the process. Whatever the Futurance is teaching you in 3 months, that will be the base. You have to spend your time studying those things. Apart from that, just be prepared for the US culture. Like I said in one of the questions before, just get to know about the states, time zones, and the climate conditions and the cultural stuff, what is going on in US. And yeah, that's it. And the US is same as India. Like if you understand their culture.
If you come in winters, please be warm. It's sometimes it's really, really cold. Although I do enjoy cold a lot, so it's okay. But it's going to be a lot colder than India, and we are used to a very hot climate. So I would suggest buy good jackets, good shoes, things like that. I think apart from that, there is nothing that I would have done differently, but my best advice is engage with people outside of context, like outside of having the intention of I'm networking with this person so that they can have. This is what I see a lot in people who are international students, that they are trying to reach out to people with an intention that, hey, this networking opportunity might help me. When you try to network with people without that intention and outside of, let's say, KGSB, somewhere in different events, you will make friends, and those people will help you way more because they have try to build a relationship instead of trying to just go up to someone and say, hey, I want this or I need this. Instead of that, if you could try to build a relationship of friendship, camaraderie, a sense of, being a proactive student in the class, that will get you a lot further than anything else. And it has done for me. So I think personally, try to give more than you're trying to get. That would get you a lot of like very ahead in US. And that's not a cliche advice. I'm telling you, if you act upon it, it's going to help you a lot.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for that. It was a great note to end this webinar at. And that's what we advise our candidates to, like, go out, be out there. You're at a new place, new country, explore as much as you want. And that's what it'll help you, right? You can't just sit in your own clique and like want people to help you. You have to go out there. So thank you so much. It has been an insightful session today. We will definitely put this webinar out there because it has been very knowledgeable and most of the questions have been answered very well. So thank you so much for this session today. Thank you. Have a very good day ahead.
Thanks,
Of course,
everyone.
thank you
Take care.
Thanks for organizing it, and specifically thanks Abhishek and Himanshu to join us and sharing all of those insights. See you guys around and wish you all the best.
Yes,
and thank you,
definitely.
Taylor, for inviting us and organizing this.
Have a good day, everyone.
Yeah, of course.
Have a
Take
good
care.
day.